Hello everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thank you for tuning in. I'm here with a collective reading. This is for the Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, really any placement of Libra. Anyone is welcome. You may find these messages resonate for you. This is a timeless reading, although you may find it resonates in July or for July 2025, as that's when it's being posted. So, the focus of your reading is really about solving a personal issue. There's some sort of personal issue reaching a resolution. Maybe something that's just come up. It could also be something you've been working on, trying to sort through for a while. This is the card that came out. A personal issue reaches resolution. And that came out in your 2025 forecast for the month of July. And it's been calling to me ever since. So let's see what this is all about. The first card is, what are you passionate about and ready to create? And that's fire energy there. So what are you? Is there this, fire inside of you where you're really like, I've just got to do this thing. What is this thing? Or maybe you're drawn to a certain area of the map, or maybe it's like just finally taking care of that project that you've been thinking about. Maybe you're ready to leave a relationship or a career, or you've been dealing with something that's kept you feeling sort of stuck. Let's see what this is all about. We have the Eight of Pentacles here. What areas of your life require you to create? Virgo energy there. Although in a general reading like this, the signs really kind of aren't that important. It's like the energy of that zodiac sign, but I'm reading for people of all different signs here, even though, because it's not just Libra Sun, so on this channel. Anyway, we have the Seven of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing you a variety of choices? What else do we have? Yes. Ten of Pentacles. Ooh. What situation in your life shows your greatest accomplishments? Okay. 10 of Pentacles. I mean, that's a good card of like legacy, stability, kind of like, having it all. It's like generational wealth possibly, but it's a card of success, really long-term success. And I feel as though whatever it is you're facing, it's been holding you, or that you're kind of trying to clear out. It's been holding space in your life for so long, it may actually be holding you back. And even if it's not like something that's come up or that was a long time ago, and maybe if it's something that has just come up, it's almost like it's touching on an area that's even deeper than just that thing itself. Like, say you find out something in your home is unsafe. It could bring up issues of, that's just a practical example. Like, it could bring up, maybe you can't get it fixed right away or something. It could bring up issues of not feeling safe as a child, or like feeling like your security is being threatened in a bigger sense. And so this is what I'm saying, as far as it feels like whatever this is, it actually goes a little deeper than maybe what you even realize. I know personally, I've had things in my life that I thought I healed fully, only to find out that I hadn't, that somehow that pattern, that something just kept coming back and holding me back in some ways. And so maybe you yourself have something like that. Maybe that's why you were drawn to the reading. So I feel a lot of us are carrying things around that some of us were not even aware of, that it could be holding us back. So when we think of the Queen of Wands, nothing stops the Queen of Wands. I always say that. So where are you feeling the most amount of passion? What direction are you hoping to go into? And really, it's like, what's stopping you? Let's find out what is stopping you. We'll look at a variety of different things, okay? So Eight of Pentacles here. And that's working hard on something. And then Seven of Cups, of course, having some choices here. I mean, I'm giving you just the very overall. I'm using this tarot deck as an oracle deck right now, actually, to kind of give us a few big questions for the reading. And then I'll draw from a different tarot deck. So let's see. Let's get into it with the Fairy Tale Tarot deck by Lamucci Design. I'm going to do my best to keep this reading not too long, because I realize a lot of people are vacationing this time of year and things. So And the weather's really nice where I am anyway. Well, supposedly it's supposed to be nice. Okay, being summer. We have the Two of Wands. And, this is some planning. This is like not going out of that comfort zone. So what is keeping you from fully igniting that passion, or from actually moving forward with the bold confidence, that determination and assurance of this creative Queen of Wands? Do you have a plan in place? Okay. Let's see what else we have. You have the Three of Pentacles. So another card of planning. This is also a card of collaboration. And maybe, again, like, not only what are you trying to create, but isn't it time maybe to put this into some sort of step-by-step action plan, or at least take some sort of step forward, depending on what it is? Rather than, it's like going outside of simply dreaming, and doing your moon manifestations. It's like more than that. So it could open a lot of doors for you. The question for some of you, one thing that could be holding you back, is if you should actually work with others or not, or stay in that relationship, or stay in that job. There's this, I'm getting somewhat of a test too, where something's really testing how much you might want something. You could also be finding that whenever you get closer to reaching this goal of yours, or an important goal, or any goals really, that something always comes along that kind of, wrecks it. Not fully, but it feels like it, things were going well for a while, and then all of a sudden something happens. So, like, someone in your family needs you just when you were getting started. Maybe say you have a little business and you were getting a couple of clients and things started to look up. And then, the economy tanks, or, I mean, like real world practical examples. Or, I think of years ago, I was in that very situation. I had just opened a business and COVID hits, and I was like, oh, this is great. So what it did though, is it actually made me kind of go inward and do a lot more healing and things on my own before I was ready to reopen. So it's kind of like, yeah, things happen for a reason. But sometimes, like, we are the reason why. Sometimes it's us not maybe being totally ready, or maybe not even being really clear on our intentions, even though we think we are. It's amazing. We are deep, deep creatures, aren't we? There's a lot to us. You have this Ace of Cups. Speaking of emotional depth here with the Ace of Cups, but this is something that you're going to love. But it's like we have to step up and receive the cup. It makes me think of that Six of Cups. For some of you, you're wanting to be part of a group, or even disconnecting from a group. There's just this group dynamic here with this Three of Pentacles. And, there are groups, there's a lot of people in the Ten of Pentacles. And it's kind of like this energy of, well, I certainly feel a lot of you are feeling kind of between worlds on more of like a cosmic sense. But it's also on a more everyday sense. It may be difficult right now to, how much do you give to the group, the family, whatever situation, versus how much time do you need on your own to kind of recharge? So a lot of you may be introverted, as far as like, you need your alone time. You need your time to kind of recharge. I heard before a while back that the difference between an extrovert and an introvert is when an extrovert's around people, they're charged, they get energy from it. Whereas an introvert needs time after to recharge, like they need the alone time. And then there's one in between, which I forget what that one is, but it's a different kind of vert. And not the bad one, though, I promise. No, it's not the bad one. It's an ambivert, maybe an ambivert, possibly. It's like both kinds. So like you're kind of introverted, but then when you're around people, you can be very social. That's actually the kind I am. All right. So 10 of Pentacles again. So 10 of Pentacles is clarifying the 10 of Pentacles. So this is really like wanting that stability. But maybe it's time you look over your achievements up to this point and let that guide you in some way. Some of you are ignoring your intuition here with the Two of Swords. You may be asking the universe for, clarity or something, but then you get it and you don't take it. It's like you're, possibly. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying. I remember. Again, I'll bring it back to my personal experience. That's a lot of what I'll do on this channel, but it's I used to do that. I would ask, the tarot deck or whatever for a clarification on something. I'd get it, and then I didn't like the answer, so I'd be like, let me just shuffle again. And I kept getting like similar cards to the initial one. I'm like, okay, you can't trick, spirit. You can't trick yourself either. So it's one of those things where sometimes we have to accept, the messages we're getting, even if we're not quite ready for them. So we have the Four of Wands, 1111 on the timer, and you have 1111 on this card in the Four of Wands. Two wands and two wands. That's why we call it the 1111 card. This is about spiritual awakening. That's what this is all about. And the Eight of Cups, embracing that, not knowing really where it's going to take you, embracing whatever is right now, whatever's filling your cup, so to speak. Okay. Because the Eight of Cups, they're walking away from something that isn't fulfilling anymore. Maybe one time it was. This could be anything. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be, just overall feeling not knowing what you want to do with your life or what your purpose is. People are really stuck on what's my life purpose. Maybe your purpose is to enjoy life, but this is a card of moving on and not necessarily knowing exactly where it's going to take you. But having that like self-assurance really of that Queen of Wands to move forward anyway. And this is a card of, it has the eclipse on it, the Eight of Cups, not just in this deck, and other decks as well. And, it's like in cutting something out, in following your intuition, in reorganizing, readjusting, coming up with a plan, maybe becoming part of a community of like-minded, like-spirited, like-hearted individuals, you actually feel that higher sense of achievement and accomplishment. It's almost like maybe some of you have had like hollow victories in some way, not in a bad way. It's more like you thought something would, I'll be happy when. It's that whole I'll be happy when situation that a lot of us are in. It's like maybe we're just supposed to enjoy this moment. I am happy now, not I'll be happy when. There's so much. I've done the same thing. Like, well, I'll be happy when I have this much. I'll be happy when I do this. I'll be happy when. How about celebrating how far you've come? Some of you have had some major accomplishments. You've gone against the odds with a lot of this stuff in life that you've gone through. And it's like, and really like take that in, step up, receive your flowers, receive your recognition, right? That's what they're doing here in the Four of Wands. And there's some sort of victory that I feel you can expect from following your intuition, putting some things, like making a clear plan for something. And even if it's like, if you want to say you want to start exercising again, great. So maybe lay out the clothes the night before for it. So you're not like, oh, what am I going to wear for this? Lay them out the night before, the day before, whatever. There's one little step. The next day, actually, go for a 5-minute walk. However, whatever, small steps, okay? Literal steps that are small for some, okay? If it is, in fact, an exercise program. But, and then maybe write that down. Keep track, and just like, then you can go back and encourage yourself and say, what, actually, I thought I did great last week. I've only walked 2 days, or I didn't think I did that many walks last week, but it turns out I look at the diary or the calendar or the planner or whatever on your phone or paper. I walked all these days, like I walked 5 days. Good for me. So, I think that we need to pay more attention to what we're doing right, to what we're doing well. Okay. So really, and then build from that, build upon your strengths. What are you good at? What do you love? What fills you up? Who do you enjoy being around? It's not just a what, it's like a who too sometimes. So where in your life are you being asked to step forward, to create? Are you ready? Passion alone isn't going to get us anywhere. We have to also obviously make decisions. We have to make some decisions. And what can be hard, going to that 7 of Cups, what can be hard is out of those 7 cups, like which one will be the best? And some of us, we stay where we are because we don't know which one will make us the most happy. Do I do this? Do I do that? I could see myself doing this. At some point, we have to move forward. And maybe it won't, you'll find out that, oh, okay, it wasn't like perfect, but at least I know a little bit more about like what I don't want. And you can then build from there. But we have to, take some steps forward. If you've wanted to try something new, I'm telling you, now is the time. Now is the time. 8 of Cups. And also, I think this eclipse season, it's going to be very powerful. I think it's in September that they start. September. Let me get my calendar out here. We have a lunar eclipse on September 7th in Pisces, and then we have a solar eclipse in Virgo on the 21st of September. And I just feel like September is going to be a pivotal month for us. I can already feel it. It's not just because of the eclipses. I think it could be on the world stage, but there's a lot going on there. And every video now I'm mentioning, like, there's something about late July that I'm picking up on. I have been for about a year now, something big in late July. So just something, I don't know if it's going to be, a big storm or if it's going to be something political or what, but there's something at the end of July that's going to affect a lot of us. Okay. And I don't know if it's, who knows what it's going to be. I don't expect it just to be something bad. Okay. It's just something that's going to be like life-changing for a lot of people. And it's going to affect a lot of lives. And I don't know exactly, what it is yet. I don't want to tune too much into that just right now, just yet. When I have more information, of course, I will share it on this channel and on my other channel. But it's almost kind of like I'm asking you to get ready for big things to change. And I am getting another day. Okay, I'm getting July 24th again. I don't know if that has significance to someone out there or what, but I do channel during these readings. And when I was talking about late July, yet again, I looked at the timer and I saw 1724, and 724 has come to me as a number, as a date. It was on one of my last readings, either on this channel or the other channel. I did mention July 24th. Why I have that date, I do not know. Let's see. It is a new moon in Leo. So I'm going to tell you there's something about that new moon in Leo that's going to be maybe fierce and fiery and a game changer for some. Now, this could be like giving you that boost you need to bring something forward, to maybe bring reveal yourself to the world even, maybe some of you are publishing then or something. There's a big shift in that time period, I feel. Okay. So please do not fear it. We do not want to be putting that energy out there. All right. It's a fine balance as people who are empaths, right? I'm sure a lot of you anyway, that, how much do you share versus how much do you keep inside as far as what you get psychically and things. But I'm learning to share a little bit more. And I thank you for those of you who believe in me and trust me and are here for that too, because it's like, I feel a lot of us we're dealing with something similar in that it's like wanting to go to that next stage with something and knowing that you have, again, some like interest, maybe a passion, maybe you have some talent in some area or a desire you've always wanted here. And you're hoping it can also maybe lead to long-term stability. And you've had some maybe small successes with it, but like going that next level, how do we get ourselves, I don't want to say we're stuck, but like, how do we go to that next gear? Right? So how do we pick things up? Some of you are picking up where you left off with something too. But remember, you're not necessarily just picking up where you left off, because now you've had all these other experiences in between that have shaped your reality and changed it into what it is today versus what it was maybe when you tried it, I just heard 15 years ago. So what else do we have? Oh my goodness. We have the Sun card. So this is very positive, and I just did mention that that moon in Leo. So yeah, the new moon in Leo, and here we have Leo's card. We're going to be entering Leo season that third week of July, and yeah, this is falling underneath more fire energy with the Queen of Wands, the Two of Wands, and then there's the Sun. This is awareness. Okay, there's a lot of heightened awareness. There's things coming to the surface, maybe that are wanting, they're begging to be dealt with once and for all, so you can clear them out. A new cycle has begun. Some of you are like, you feel it, you sense it. It's like, you know, something is about to happen, or something, you know, you feel it. You just know. It's like this knowing. And some of you too, I feel as though you're maybe feeling more energetic than you have been, or that's going to happen soon. Okay, it's like that can actually, that might be able to help, you know, kind of bring you to that next level of happiness, success, fulfillment, whatever it is for you. The Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Let's see what this is about. You may have a little more spring in your step for some of you, I'm hearing. I just heard too, they're back at it again. So maybe you're back at something again, or maybe now you're dealing with an energy that's trying to circle back around, play some sort of, you know, game again. So you just want to keep yourself high vibing and out of the energy and the clutches of anything that has not been helpful to you in the past, because it's probably not going to be helpful to you in the future. You have the Hermit card. Yeah, it's like, guard your star, okay? Guard that star. I've never looked at the card like this. I've never looked at the Hermit in that way, but it's like, you need to, for some of you, you need to guard your light. You need to shield it. You need to take it. You have to be very selective over who you're sharing with, okay? That's something that's been coming in strong for a while. Virgo energy here coming in. And this is you knowing, this is you having that inner wisdom. Higher awareness. Things are being activated psychically, intuitively, however we want to say it. A lot of us too, I've been saying it for weeks now, we are tapped into that solar energy, that sun energy, and it's like, maybe you're tuning into things in nature now that you haven't been, or you're really into crystals again, or now for the first time, or special tea, or grounding mats, or whatever it is that's, you know, that helps you feel grounded and centered, so you can get that awareness, that spiritual intel, really. One of my viewers called it, I say I deliver the intuitive news, they called it intuitive intel. And I feel like, yeah, tap into your own intuitive intel. That's going to be so heightened, and it already is. It's heightened now, and so that's going to shed so much light, literal light, here with the Hermit and the Sun. Okay, and you would think, oh, they're kind of conflicting energies. One is out there, and the other one's not. No, you have the Sun within you. There's a quote, I think, by John Muir, and it's part of a larger body of work that he did, and it's like, the sun shines not on us but in us. And I have always thought that. I discovered that quote when I was, I think, 14 or something, and I thought that was so cool, you know. I'm like, oh, that's so deep, you know, at like 14. But I think it's great. I've remembered it all these decades later. So yeah, it's really like allowing your life story to not define you, but to guide you in some way. Like, you're not what happened to you. Okay, that's those events. They're no longer part of your timeline. They don't have to be part of your future. Okay, I'm not underestimating the power of trauma. I'm not, but at the same time, I'm also not going to say that it's something you always have to carry around to the point where it's limiting, you know. So obviously work with professionals, okay, clearly. But again, I speak from experience on the channel. So yeah, I'm not a professional in that way, but I am, you know, a person who's had a lot of experiences. And as I'm sure all of you have, collectively, we've seen it all probably, you know, or done it all. But yeah, so I definitely feel as though it's like, don't underestimate the power of all of your experiences, because and using them to your advantage. Okay, so that definitely coming up to with again some sort of, it's just, you may want to start writing out what you're going to do or draw it out, whatever it is, like just have a plan. Have a plan. Maybe have a couple different plans depending on how things go. I don't want this to happen, but what if, we didn't have electricity for a while all of a sudden, or what if we had another pandemic? Oh goodness, no, please, no, protect us from that, please, the universe. But like, we never know what's coming our way. So have a few, allow yourself to dream, and then allow yourself to really get organized with it. Okay. And no matter how crazy, wacky something may seem, no, another word for that is innovative, genius, trailblazing, unique. Like those are all words I could use, right? So it's a matter of perspective. So, nothing is too far out there, it seems, these days. Okay. So if you're drawn to something and you're not hurting anybody, I say, give it a try, might be worth it. You might be surprised. Oh, look at that, Queen of Swords. But of course, it's your decision. And for some reason, I feel like going, Lucy, you have some splaining to do. So I don't know. I don't know why. I love Lucy myself, but for some reason, I'm getting that coming in. Somebody may have some splaining to do. Okay, so yeah. Sorry, not the greatest impression there, but let's see. What is this? Why is this? Have you turned? Some of you need to or have turned your back on an old habit, or even somebody you've known a long time. Could be family. Um, what's going on here with this? I'm getting to someone may not. It's like part of this is, it's almost like someone under, because you're spiritual or because you've always been like sensitive or something like that. Someone may have not have realized or given you enough credit for like how strong and wise you are. So it's kind of like some energy like that. Maybe you chose to part ways with some family or some people you knew for a while, or some sort of immature energy, even, because I'm getting a lot off this card. That you had to do it for you. You had to, for whatever reason. And you may spend time wondering like if they're okay. I am getting that channeled through right now. That's wasted energy. If it's like, if you're, now I'm just going to tell you my thoughts, the advice here. You don't want to hear it, change the channel, but please don't go. No, okay, no, do what you need to do. Okay, no hard feelings here, but you may be wondering, you may spend energy or worry like, oh, I hope they're doing okay. Like either get back in touch with them or let that go, because just wondering, if they're doing okay or how they're, it's like, you move on, either, it's like that expression, like go or get off the pot, that kind of thing. So maybe there's like an energy there of like just wondering if you did the right thing walking away. You might be wondering like how they're feeling. That's, again, it's wasted energy. You don't want them in your energy anymore. That's why you parted ways. Then, don't carry that like wonder with you, because that's keeping you stuck in some way. For some of you, that's what's holding you back. This family situation at the heart of everything. Or maybe never feeling fully accepted and loved by your family. Sorry if that's you. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. Um, you don't have to carry what you don't want to carry anymore, and certainly don't carry what isn't yours. Okay? Free yourself, free yourself, free yourself. Let's see what else we have. Oh, that made me pretty sad, actually. Oh, wow. Whoever needs it, sending you some energetic hugs right now. And then I just picked up on raindrops. And then there was that song like raindrops keep falling on my head. So I don't know. You know, old times, reminiscing maybe. 7 of Wands here. Stand your ground with something. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. Now's not the time to give up. As I say multiple times in a month probably on this channel, you didn't come this far to only come this far. So keep going. Push yourself a little bit more each time or each day. 7 of Wands. October 7th could mean something, or 10-10, because we have 10, 10, and then 7, right? Something that's been like lying dormant in you is waiting to erupt or come forward, be brought to light. For some of you, it's so it can be ultimately just cleared out. That's that personal issue reaching resolution. Clearing out. There's a lot unfolding for many of us right now. Like I've said before, even the earth is like purging at this point. And for some of you, you are. Look at this. It's like the nightmare card. Yeah, it is. And it's, oh my goodness, stuck in a pattern. Look at the pattern of the swords. It's stuck in a pattern that's not making sense anymore. You've outgrown it. It doesn't bring you joy. It doesn't bring you comfort. It has no purpose. If it doesn't make you happy, it's not for you. Ace of Pentacles. There's your joy. There's your promotion, your investment, your new job, your new income, your opportunity, your prosperity, the seed that you can plant wherever you want to plant it. But you want to plant it somewhere. And again, you want to make sure that the people you're signing up to hang around with, either in a work situation, a relationship, or even family, you want to make sure that, yeah, they don't have to love you to the moon and back and all that stuff. And they don't have to like appreciate you fully all the time, but they need to respect you, and they need to not be doing things that are going to damage your light in any way. And I don't think that can happen, but it's like, we don't want to be giving people permission to treat us poorly by simply allowing them to continue to be in our space. Maybe for some, it's like, that's what's holding you back. Going around and around in a circle, or feeling tightly bound in a situation where it's like you're just not happy, and it's like sucking the life out of you. I'm sorry, I don't like seeing people in that situation. I've been there. I get it. It's hard. It's like, you gotta break free, you know? Some of you are deciding how you're gonna get out, or you just did. You're about to, for some. But keep doing it. Keep dreaming. Keep, if it's money, putting a little money away as much as you can, just a little bit here and there. Okay. At least give yourself like a chance to expand, a chance at a happier situation. Give yourself that opportunity. You owe it to yourself. You have double aces here and 2 10 of Pentacles. You have opportunities that can actually help you in the long run. But for some of you, you already know what needs to happen. I don't even know why you're here, frankly, to tune in here. I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe you just needed a pep talk, but it's like, you know this stuff. You know it already. Some of you, you're just not listening to your intuition. It's like, just now the Italian in me starts coming out with the hands, and you'll see the whole table moving, and the voice gets louder. Anyway, I love it. I just say I'm a passionate speaker. People are like, oh, you're so intense. Well, I'm passionate. Queen of Wands, right? Queen of Wands, folks. Male, female does not matter. Oh, I can't even imagine what this card's going to be. The 9 of Wands. Usually when we have the 7 of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands. Don't let somebody get to your head. A certain situation is too much in your head. It's too much around. It's like taking up too much air, too much space in your life. Okay? It could be some sort of outdated tradition even, making you feel that you have to stay somewhere. You have a commitment. You can't break a contract or something. There are ways to get out of things. I've done it. Okay? It's not worth letting yourself, waste away in a situation where you're not happy, because we never know how much time we have, right? We don't know. So if you don't absolutely have to be in something that's making you unhappy, I'm asking you this question, then why are you? Aren't you here to have a good time? We're only passing through this earth experience right now, right? So live it up the best you can. And you know what? I'm going to get off here today and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to splash around in the river with my dog. I don't care if I'm too old for that. I don't care. I'm not. I'm going to do what I want to do. Right? The days of just living to please other people, that has to stop here. I see a Queen of Swords here in the middle who's not doing what she really wants to be doing. And she has this lovely Ace of Cups right there, and an Ace of Pentacles in the environment too. And oh my, this star, this lovely star. Why are you hiding your light? I want to know why. You don't have to tell me. This is just to ask yourself. And I'm going to tell you, this reading, wow, it's not for everybody, that's for sure. Because I'm like, I feel like, I don't know who's coming through here right now, but this is like, I'm not generally like this. So some of you really need to, it's like you need that, like, and I think I might need it too, that somebody to just come and put their hands on our shoulders and say, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You're this, you're that. Go be, go do, enjoy life. Don't keep yourself small for so and so, or for this job or that money or whatever. So get out, do something that you want to do just because you want to. You don't have to have some grand plan. Follow the passion. The very first card that came out was the most passionate card in the deck, in my opinion, that Queen of Wands. What are you passionate about, and what are you ready to create, and what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it today? What one thing can you do today to bring you closer to the full joy that you want to experience, that you're here, not that you want to, that you're entitled to? Claim your crown. Step up, get your flowers. Pat yourself on the back, treat yourself, love yourself. That is all. No, just kidding. Okay. Oh my goodness. Some of you are afraid to let the guard down. You don't want to let the guard down because you don't want to get hurt. Talk about real talk right here, right now. This is like, and I am no better. Trust me, that is like, I need to hear this too, I think. That's probably one reason it's being channeled, because it's hard. It's something that a lot of us are working on. We keep ourselves restricted, self-imposed restrictions. I'm surprised we don't have the Eight of Swords here. Why not? Why doesn't, she can come to the party too, right? Let's see, what else? Let's get us out of here, huh? Let's see. Hierophant, there it is. I had mentioned tradition, commitment. Some of you are staying stuck for the wrong reasons. Because it looks good. Because you feel you have to. Because you made a promise to someone else. Because of the wonderful things he does. Wizard of Oz. We're off to see the wizard. All right, so follow the yellow brick road. Okay. No, where is your happiness? When I think of the yellow brick road, it's like, where is your happiness? What's going to lead you to the most joy? Why can't you have that now? You can. Hierophant, Taurus energy, conformity, but also spiritual wisdom. You have some things to share. Some of you have incredible gifts. Some of you have an amazing idea. You haven't done anything about it. Others of you, you have, and you have an achievement coming in because of it. You've already done the work. You've already dealt with this situation that was a shadow, or a dark cloud over your existence for a long time. You've left it. That's incredible. And you know what? Even if you're not seeing that it was great yet, oh, it's going to be. It is going to be great. If it's not already, the fact that you went through that and you did the right thing, you knew what was right, and you did it, and you left, and you got out, and you moved on. Yeah, it might be rocky at first. Transition usually isn't great. It's not usually fun. But isn't it worth it? Once you get situated, once you get back on your feet, if that's what you want to call it, whatever it is you're dealing with, once you get more established in your new chapter, in your new everyday, your day to day, just like if, say, it's an exercise program, it doesn't have to be some major, huge thing. It could be, exercise or changing the diet. Isn't it going to be hard at first? Yeah, it's really hard at first. It S-ukes. But it's like, then it pays off. Then the rewards are huge. And it's like, oh, why didn't I do this sooner? You can do it now. You can't go back. Don't regret the fact you haven't done something right now. Don't leave this reading thinking, oh man, I should have done this. Tarot lady said this or that. No, that's not it. That's not the purpose of this reading. It's to be that, hold the shoulders. Maybe none of you have that, or some of you don't have that. Look you in the face and say, what are you doing? What do you want? What do you want? And how are we going to get it? Look in the mirror. Ask yourself that. What am I doing in this? How am I going to move forward? How do I get this, whatever it is that I want? What one thing can I do? What's going to make me happy today? You owe it to yourself. Also, some of you need to take better care of your body. Health is your wealth, right? And you feel it. You may be feeling like, the life force energy is drained out of you. Well, some of you, it's like, well, have you considered daily habits? Some of you, it's a very practical solution as far as what's getting in your way, what's preventing this personal issue from reaching resolution. It could be the diet or the lack of activity, or it could be sitting in front of a screen too long, not moving the body. I already said that. For some of you, it's like you need to open the windows. You need to let the light in. You need to go be seen. You need to interact with people. We have needs on a variety of levels. Think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's not just one level, What else? Knight of Pentacles. Healing comes from within too. This is what I'm hearing with that. It starts with you. Knight of Pentacles, yeah, slowest moving knight in the deck. But they get stuff done still. They're hardworking. They're dependable. That's slow but steady. That's progress. That's efficiency. That's still amazing. It doesn't matter how long. You could go and decide tomorrow you're 60 and you want to be a doctor, and it takes you 15 years, and then you live another 20 and you get to be a doctor. I mean, it happens. It can happen. Why not you? You decide, oh, you know what? I'm 48. I would have been a really good such and such. Or I'm 53 and I would have, oh, too bad I didn't. What's stopping you? People live to be pretty old these days. That's only like not even halfway through. You're going to give up in the middle of the race? No, it's not a race either, by the way. It can feel like it sometimes, right? But yeah, so my gosh, I don't even know if I should post this at this point. I've had only a few readings in the last 2 years, I think, that have been like this. And it's like, people are going to love it or hate it. I don't know. It could be one of those where you're just like, who is this person? Like, why is she even, who does she think she is? My gosh, ew, gross. All right, so let's get a Crystal's Wisdom Oracle card. No, let's not. No, we're not doing that one because this is not the reading for that deck to make its debut. All right. Oracle of the birds, oracle of the birds, oracle of the birds. Thrush, express your diversity. Yeah, you might be unique. Some people may say strange. I say authentic, unique. Don't dim that light. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Don't bend to the point of breaking either. It's another thing that's been coming through. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to be everybody's everything. And if you're in a relationship or a job situation and you're all they rely on and they don't have anybody else, they're going to have to find somebody else, because you can't be somebody's everything, no matter who they are, unless it's your child, you know? And even then we have the expression, it takes a village. So what are you doing trying to take the weight of the world on your shoulders? Why? Love yourself more. Pied wagtail, a source of joie de vivre, reveals itself to you. Draw from it with ease. Okay, joy of life. This whole thing's been talking about this, right? I don't know how to pronounce it. I know what it means, though. I did not do well with French. I could not figure out. It was too difficult. I couldn't do the nasally sounds, and there's a lot of, even though I can sound nasally because I have allergies, but whatever. Huh. We're winding down here. I'm starting to talk about myself too much. Okay. Heron, balance of energy. Yin, yang. Meditation and introspection bring you into your power. And also, I want to say there is a difference between being assertive and being aggressive. Don't let anybody tell you that you're such a you know what, a witch with a bee, or you're so aggressive, or gosh, you're so too much or loud or whatever. No, switch it around. Just their opinion of you does not matter. It's like none of our business. What other people think of us, none of our business, right? You've probably heard that quote. And another thing I say is, well, if I'm too much, maybe you're just not enough. Like, I know that sounds really arrogant, but it's like, no, I've been taking, other people's stuff for how long? And I'm sick and tired of being the only one who cares about what other people think, because other people seem to go through life not really caring. Right? It's not everybody. I'm just saying there are a lot of people who are always pointing out, this is the problem, that's the problem, you're the problem. Look within, people I'm not talking about you. I'm saying these harsh critics, just like people who leave comments that are nasty. It's like, okay, let me see your channel, or you know what I mean? Or someone comes into your shop and they don't like what you sell. It's like, okay, well, where's your place of business? Let me go, give my 2 cents on that. I'm not like that. If you don't like something, just move on, don't dwell on it. You don't have to spew venom. Come on. I didn't go to your place of whatever and do that. Don't come to my home, that sort of thing. So it's like you've been maybe walked on. Don't be a doormat. I say that, don't be a doormat. Some people, the bottom line is they don't deserve your kindness anymore. And I know a lot of people are on, these channels and they're, oh, everything's great. And let's all hold hands and kumbaya and everything. Yeah. Some people don't deserve that side of us though anymore. Some people are not nice, and you don't have to interact. You don't have to give them your business anymore. You don't have to be their top employee. You don't have to be their mom, their cousin, their sister, their brother, whatever. You don't have to do any of it if you don't feel like it anymore. Anyway, I'm on fire today. I don't know what's going on, but maybe some of you benefited from this in some way. I certainly hope you did, because I'm tired now. So I'm tired of telling us what to do for the last 49 minutes. I don't even know if I'll post it. I have no idea. Oh, 11:11. Yeah, this is your third 11:11. Every time I think I don't know if I should post this, 11:11 comes up. Last time in this reading at 11:11, I was thinking, I don't know if I should post this. And I looked at the timer, it said 11:11, and you had the 4 of Wands. I got my confirmation, post it. Just when I say it, again, this is how Spirit works, okay? There it is. I guess I am supposed to post this.